Hi guys, you can see that this is the Honda's own Digipad set which I've replaced. Okay, this is a trash. This set is a disaster. I'm guessing if it was some foreign country, we would have been reimbursed for that, because Honda should have never used this set. Okay, this is a disaster for almost I think majority of the customers. This set just gives up, it just dies on you. So this is the purchase I've made. This is a replacement Santa Rosa 985. Okay, it's a 9-inch. It also have a 10-inch, but I have got only the 9-inch. 10-inch was not available. And then this is the specs. You can see it's an Android 11, and it's an octa-core, and it's a 4GB with DDR4. That's important. Okay, DDR4 gives you fast processing. Then 64GB flash, Bluetooth 5.0. This is the two size that it's available, 9-inch and the 10.1. If you get the 10.1, go for that, guys, because other than the screen size, everything else should be same. Then it has some features written here. Okay, and yeah, so see, there's a feature called the fast boot up. So the booting time of the first this stereo is not very slow. Okay, and this is an offset 50:4, and there's an option for dual camera input. That is good, because I'll be replacing my rear camera with an HD. So once I do that, the default camera I'll be putting onto the front side. Okay, so it will give you two outputs for the camera. So the rear camera will come on when you switch to the reverse gear, but the front camera can be switched on from the home page anytime you choose to. And steering wheel control is working. It's working pretty good. Okay, for Honda. There is a camera support in future if you need. FLAC is a very high definition audio. People rarely have it, these files, but if you have it, it will play. Okay, that's the best possible audio you can imagine. Then there's an external mic. I'm thinking it's good. External mic, is giving me good call quality. One thing I want to tell you guys, I confirmed with the Blaupunkt regional manager. This stereo have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but guys, it's not a registered thing. Okay, but you don't need to use any application to do registration or anything. You just can use it as just like any other set which is a registered set. So if we compare with the 980 Lauderdale, so for that set it's a registered thing. Okay, the Android Auto Apple CarPlay is registered, but I compared both sets and I have seen it work better on this Santa Rosa. I'm assuming because of the DDR4 RAM with 4GB and the octa-core. For the Lauderdale, it's a quad-core and it's Android 9.0. Okay, for Lauderdale. But here you have the Android 11 octa-core and 4GB DDR4. That is doing the trick. Okay, its processing is pretty quick. So it's a very good set. So in case if it's bad, I will, future if it shows some signs of delay or anything, I'll be updating you guys. Okay, so for now, I'm pretty happy about this. One of the reasons why I chose this set, I had compared this set with the Lauderdale 980. So this has some better specs. Android is 11 instead of 9, and it's an octa-core instead of a quad-core, and it's a 4GB DDR4 instead of a 2GB DDR4, and flash storage is 64 instead of 32. This is the reason I picked 985 instead of the 980. And I compared this with the Sony XAV 8100. That is also a 10-inch stereo, but I had almost thought I will go with the Sony XAV 8100, but when I looked at it, I found that the screen is a little dim, not that bright, and it doesn't give you much options other than the default things. It has a wired Android Auto Apple CarPlay, but it's not wireless. So that's one of the reasons I chose this setup. So this is a Honda City 2017. I have recently installed Blaupunkt Santa Rosa 985. So the previous system which I had was the Honda Digipad 1.0, which is a disaster. So when I went to buy this product, I saw that over 5 or 6 Digipads from Honda was kept there in the shop. So everybody's replacing this. So here you can see here the frame is actually 10-inch, 10.1 inch, but I have chosen the 9-inch because the 10-inch was not available. So they use this step down. Okay, from 10-inch to 9-inch. This is a step down frame. So the set exactly start from here. Okay, so this is 9-inch. So I will show a boot up. Starting the engine. So it's pretty fast. See, and I had connected to CarPlay already. Now it's connected, CarPlay is connected. So here you have the Google Maps, Spotify, the phone shortcut. Then you can go to the apps. So these many apps are available from the CarPlay. Now this is split view. You have your media here and the maps on the left side. Now if you want to go back to system, press home. So we are out of the CarPlay now. So these are some of the options we have. Music plays from the USB. Then radio, BT music, it plays from your phone's Bluetooth connection. When you're driving, if the screen is distractive, you can just switch it off and with one touch it comes back on. Themes, you have these many themes. These are the only available themes. Okay, now you have settings. I'll go to that later. So you have the inbuilt maps. I don't use it because I have the CarPlay. Then Amazon Music I installed. File manager is inbuilt. YouTube also I had installed. Play Store is there. It doesn't come as the default. You have to enable in the settings. I'll show you that. TPMS, if you install TPMS sensors into your 4 tires, then with a Bluetooth connection you can link it to this. So if you open it, say it comes like this. Okay, so right now it's not there. So it will show you the pressure and the temperature of the tires. Okay, in home screen, I also checked for the RAM and ROM for the set using a third-party software and confirmed that it has 4GB RAM and 64GB ROM, which is internal memory. Okay, so what's on the product, it's actually inside the set, because I saw that for many Chinese sets it shows 4GB, but when you check it, it doesn't have 4GB. So the model is yeah. So now for the drop down, if you press here, this is the drop down. Okay, there is no swiping. And here, one good thing I like is the night mode. So you turn it on, and it has the ambient sensor and it will dim. But now I'll tell you one negative, because I had used the default camera, reverse camera, to connect to this set using a coupler, and the clarity is pretty mediocre. It comes like a fisheye. Okay, so to resolve it, you have to order an HD camera and replace it. So then it will show you the full screen. So I'll be doing that later. Now one thing I want to tell you is, I've noticed that when I play music through Spotify using the the default speakers, it's a component. There's a speaker here and there's a tweeter here. Okay, and again back rear doors are also component speakers and the tweeter. I have noticed a increase in quality for the music, because with the Honda's Digipad music system, the music was average, but now the music is good. I also had in my mind to change the speakers along with this set. I plan to go for a JBL Stadium C609. It's a component speaker, but after connecting the set, I'm thinking I will stick with the company speakers, which is pretty good now. One thing is, here's the mic. You can see it. So the mic is here. Okay, I told them to put the mic inside this grill, but the shop, the technician, he told me if you put it inside, there are reports of slightly reduced call quality. So I'm gonna stick with the mic here, but later on maybe I'll put it back inside. Now one other thing I want to tell you guys is there is 2 USB outputs, okay, from this, and the technicians, they choose to put it inside the dash, 2 USB output. But I told them to connect one USB output to the to this one, to this USB connection here. If you can see that. Okay, so there's a USB port for the set. So one of the USB from the music system is connected to the USB inside this set. Okay, so I have used that port. There is one more additional port here. You can see here. I told them to connect the second USB to this port, but they haven't been able to do that. But I think with a little tweaking that can be done. Okay, so it comes this frame. Okay, the frame, from here, see this much frame has been replaced. Okay, the switch is the original switch, which was there with us Honda already, but the frame is new. Frame, they had charged me 1,500 extra. So this is about the set. I'm not playing music now, but because you cannot understand the clarity through YouTube. But I'll tell you, it's a pretty good music system. One more thing. So in photo, I have used a USB, downloaded some photos, and the ratio 1280 by 800. So all these are photos that I've downloaded in that aspect ratio and copied to the stereo's internal memory. So I can change wallpaper whenever I want. So now this is the wallpaper I've chosen. Okay, just something to note. Yeah, and one thing is about the steering wheel control. So this Honda have the volume up and down, then previous and next, source. Okay, other than that, there is this call answer, call decline, and this is a voice enable switch. So all these switches are functional. Okay, but the voice, I had used this as a mute button. So in the settings, I have programmed it that when I press this, the music system will be mute. Now I'll show you the response rate of volume. See, I'm going to press the volume up. See, it is pretty fast. Okay, it's very responsive. There is no lag here. Okay, I'll show you the boot up time. So I'm going to switch off the engine now. Okay, so the set is off now. So now I'm going to show the boarding time. So I'm going to start the engine now. Start, and see, it starts a lot, but if you touch it, it just comes back alive. Okay, sometimes you will see the Blaupunkt screen loading, but while it's loading, if you just touch it, then it immediately boots. It takes like 10 to 15 seconds to display the CarPlay, which is okay, but the home screen would be pretty fast to display. Okay, so you should know that if you had your iPhone connected to the CarPlay once, then you just need to switch on your Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, then just switch on the engine, then CarPlay starts automatically. Okay, see, I'll show the map loading time also, just in case. See, search, I'm putting location, see, start. So it is fast. It's fast to display. I guess it's using the phone's internal processor to load it, but there is no lag, or the resolution is also good, because I've tried with the Android Auto also. The resolution differs from phone to phone. With some good Samsung Galaxy handsets, you can get a pretty good resolution, but with Apple, the resolution is always good, even for an old handset, I'm guessing. So that's it. So I'm pretty happy about Santa Rosa 985. Okay, and I wanted the 10-inch, but it was not available, so I went for the 9-inch. And price I'm not saying here in the video, but it is definitely not MRP, guys. Okay, like if you look the MRP, I got it about maybe 5,000 6,000 lesser than the actual MRP price. Okay, you can see that. And for some fixtures, they have charged me like 1,500 for the panel, and some 500 300 something for the wires and things. So the default, all the wires comes with it, but to connect my camera I have to use a coupler. So that's it about Santa Rosa. Yeah, so that's about the car stereo Santa Rosa. I'm happy about it, and it's not protruding very much here. Since it has a ankle here, it's good. Okay. It's not that bad. So I'm happy with this set, and it's functioning very nicely.